standings. So Turkey, we know, is in from Group E. They clinched first place, and because they won earlier today against the Czech Republic. We just watched Greece beat Montenegro to improve their chances of getting in, but Montenegro still have a chance, and it all depends on what happens here. So the standings as we speak: Turkey, France, Montenegro, Greece, Belarus, and the Czech Republic. But to basically to break it down for you, I'm going to let my colleague explain. I'm Jeff Taylor, and Lloyd, I'm asking you the question. Just tell the folks. It's very simple. What happens?
Yeah, well, basically, a French win means Belarus go into a three-way tie alongside Montenegro, alongside Greece. And of that three-way tie, in a large part thanks to the huge win Belarus have over Greece, they will qualify and Montenegro will qualify. So that eliminates Greece. If Belarus win here, not only will they then leapfrog, they won't be in a tie for that fourth place position. They will actually leapfrog France because they go to the same record as France, and they would then have the head-to-head. So if France win here, they will finish second, Montenegro third, Belarus fourth. If Belarus win, then Belarus finish second, France third, and Greece fourth.
So effectively, you pretty much know there's going to be some extra supporters in the stands tonight for France, probably dressed in red. The Montenegrin players and the coaching staff, and the Greeks are going to be in the stands, no doubt, pulling for Belarus, the team that whipped them early in the tournament. Really the only team that really thrashed them in this tournament. So the French players being introduced and the French crowd looking at Coach Valérie Garnier and what's going on in her mind. I think the sense of urgency is there for her team to play well, hopefully play well with Indian Miem. And don't look too dependent on the obvious players, Gruda and Miem.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, for both these two teams, we've said they're both qualified. So kind of pressure's off, but there's a big difference between finishing second, third, or fourth. So, you know, you finish fourth, chances are you play Spain, the only unbeaten team in this competition, in the quarterfinals. So you don't really want to do that. So it's a fight for position in the group standings to make it an easier game in the quarterfinals and going forward.
So we're going to have the national anthems played for France and Belarus, and the first that we're going to hear is the national anthem of France. The national anthem of Belarus. So Belarus, who started winning all of their games in Oradea, Romania, have come to Hungary so far and lost a couple of games. And they want want to get on the winning track tonight. France are hoping to bounce back from their first defeat the other night against Turkey. So the referees tonight, Ann Panther from Germany, from Serbia, Yasmina Yuris there on the right, and Erez Gurian on the left from Israel. Well, both of these teams are loaded with quality players. Why don't we start with France, Lloyd?
Well, the big addition really to the French team is the number 5, Andy Miem, coming back into the lineup. I think she's a game changer from France. They really do miss her and the spacing she's able to bring to the floor when she's out there. She's not going to get the start today. Same starting 5 as yesterday. Yakubu on the inside. She'll play with Gruda. And then Chetchuang Skreller on the wings. Celine Dumerc at the point. But like I say, late on in the game, Miem coming in really does change things.
And for Belarus, Lindsay Harding, Troina, Yelena Lishenko, without question, a key player for them. Katerina Snitsina, maybe their most important player in this tournament. It started out being Lishenko, but Snitsina's been the player that's kind of emerged. Even in defeat, she was very important the other day against the Czech Republic. So that was the starting 5. Lindsay Harding, you saw her, she's been important. Lishenko, Gruda, look at that. Gruda almost at a double-double. Her points are higher. Lishenko averaging 15.5 points per game and 12.5 rebounds per game. Her level, in my opinion, she hasn't played quite as well in Hungary as she had in Oradea, but there's still time for her in Belarus to shift it into high gear. For Valerie Garnier, the last thing she wants to do is to end up in a tough quarterfinal, although I guess all the quarterfinals would be tough. Anatoly Bujalski, who would have thought they would have struggled as mightily as they have here in Hungary after their performance in Oradea. So getting those 3 wins early on for Belarus, that was vital, finishing first place in Romania, because now they can go into this game with the pressure off, as you say, but nevertheless, you know, the natives are restless over there in Belarus. They know that they need to get back to winning ways.
Well, they've got to play much better, haven't they, than they have since they've been here in Debrecen. It's really interesting to see the change. You know, that first round group to second round group, the cross-country drive across the border, and how things are different. You know, you look at a few of the players and just their level. Gruda being a case in point, she's been very good here, but she's averaged 14 points a game in Debrecen, 21 a game back into Machada. So there's a big difference between the two, and it's the same thing for these Belarus players. You know, they've got to try and find a way. Now this competition level, you know, is getting higher and higher. Can they take their level to go with it? France as a team, their offense, just, I mean, I think it's a passport control right now between Romania and Hungary, because it was definitely in Romania with us. The least amount of points they scored in the first round, 75. Here in round 2, the most they've scored is 56. So, I mean, it's 20 points difference, which is a huge difference in their offensive production. And I want to see them get back to this you know, open floor, this free-flowing French offense that we saw in the first round group, not the walk it up, slow down approach that we've seen since we've been here.
I think it also says something about the opponents that they played. You know, you would look at Greece, for example, and the way they played defense, and not to mention Turkey. You know, Turkey probably the stingiest team in the tournament so far. That's a great defensive team. So it'll be interesting. I think they'll probably have more opportunities tonight to get those numbers up against Belarus. Hello and welcome. You're looking live inside the arena here, the Phoenix Hall in Debrecen, Hungary. It's the EuroBasket women. It's the final game of Group E between Belarus and France. The French wearing the dark uniforms, Belarus in the light-colored, the white jerseys, attacking the basket to the right. They've got possession, and Liktorovich immediately starts here. Unsuccessful. Lashenka falls down, has to hustle back down the court, and Yakubu punishes her. So first blood goes to the French.
Well, quick offense from France as well. That's what I want to see them do. Try and get out and early if they can.
Well, that's why we would have thought Yakubu would have been one of the most important players coming into this game because of that big front line. And she's relishing the challenge, no doubt, of going up against Lashenka. So Snitsina is going to inbound it to Harding, the naturalized guard. Harding puts up the jumper, and no stakes right there.
Which Lindsay Harding's going to come to the party. She was 10 of 14 in the first game, where she was lights out against the Czech Republic, just 3 of 14 against Montenegro.
Dumerc with the pump fake. Yakubu is not shy about putting it up.
Liktorovich has got to step up. She's been disappointing in this second round group. They need her to play well.
Harding passes it out to Vermanika. Now Lashenka gets the contact, but just Yakubu holding her ground. Now Chachuang into Gruda, beautiful pass, and a foul from behind on Snitsina. So the French offense shifting into high gear here.
Yeah, it looks like it's a 2-3 zone from Belarus, and they got confused because they got out of position having to guard Gruda in transition. Didn't do a good job communicating. It was a great find. Who was it? Dumerc on the pass?
So Lindsay Harding brings it back, puts it up from just the top of the key. Her second jump shot. It was Yakubu with the pass to Gruda. So Yakubu shows so far. Now Chachuang over to Dumerc. Left open and long. Liktorovich hustles and can't save it. So slow start on that end of the floor for Belarus.
It's interesting they've come out in the 2-3 zone right from the start. The French they did struggle against Greece, who just gave them jump shots. Really packed in the inside, and that's what this zone will do.
Chachuang doesn't want to look for it, but they find, and you shouldn't be able to score that easily against the zone inside.
But that's just a great pass again from Yakubu. Look at that, the turn right on the money.
Pass from one tower to another. It looks like a different French team tonight. And the ball goes out of bounds. Goes back over to Le Bleu. And Anatoly Boyalski is looking a little bit agitated over on the sidelines. Remember, Montenegro are pulling for France to win this game, so they can qualify for the quarterfinals, and Greece are pulling for Belarus. Chachuang gets it inside, and Yakubu just goes up strong, and she's looking about as good as I've seen her look here in this tournament. Nice strong move inside. Now Snitsina and Liktorovich, another miss from her. She follows the shot, but Chachuang gets the rebound. Skrela now, pass to Gruda. Chachuang drives, and traveling is the call. So Lashenka did a good job of getting into position.
The only worry is, this zone is there to protect the inside. France already got that interchange between the two bigs, and then Chachuang's able to get all the way to the ring, really. She got 2 feet in the paint before anyone met her.
So far, the only player to score for Belarus is Harding. And it remains that way as Snitsina misses that drive under pressure. Skrela for three, good. 11-4. Good. Getting her feet set was Skrela. Now, Demerk almost came up with a steal. She passes to Lashenka. Now Lashenka takes it right at Gruda and gets it to go in with that left hand.
It's a good move. I mean, Gruda, we've seen what a great defender she is. So quick, and then those long arms, you know, the athleticism means she can recover even if you have half a step on her.
Now Gruda from the side, and she hits the baseline jumper. And it's looking more and more like it's going to be a French score up in the 70s or 80s at this rate.
Yeah, I mean, the zone isn't working on slowing them down at all, is it? Strategy rethink perhaps from Belarus needed.
Lashenka. Demerk over to Skrela. She's just hit one, but Gremyuka gets the hands up and knocks the ball away. Demerk over to Gruda. And Gruda hits another. And Wojtowski's seen enough. Another look at the silky smooth release of Sandrine Gruda, and France on top 15-6. Both of these teams, as we said, already in the quarterfinals, but Belarus perhaps not really easing the concerns of the Greeks at this stage. They haven't started well. They're down against France by 9 points.
Well, as you said, if you are a Montenegrin fan, you've got a big smile on your face right now, because this is the team from Timisoara that's come over now. Maybe well, we said that the offensive game got stopped to the border, but it's here now. Sandrine Gruda scintillating, 8 points already. France getting out in the open floor, you know, everything working for them, and it'll be interesting to see, you know, what the timeout's going to do for Belarus. Are they going to make changes? Will they go man-to-man? Or are they going to try and persevere with the zone?
Yeah, we didn't know Indine Miem was going to make such a difference so early, did we? She hasn't even gotten on the floor.
Yeah, just back on the bench in the kit. That's what she does for the team.
Well, Troina's come into the game, one of the veterans for Belarus. Liktarovic for three, and she misses again, and that is not working, and it's...
Liktarovic, she went double figures 3 of the first 4 games. Then, you know, last game against Montenegro, 0.0 rebounds.
Well, Belarus had a steal. So unlucky. It looked almost like she had the steal before play had stopped. That's a tough break for Belarus.
Yeah. Not really sure what the problem is either. The officials are talking about it. There's a discussion on the table as well. Obviously something isn't working electronically.
Liktarovic was about ready to make a play that would probably keep her in the game. And now the likelihood is she's going to come out with Trafimava replacing her.
Yeah, so I was saying, she scored double figures 3 of the first 4 games. That's when Belarus were rolling through the, Group A. But then since we've come here, she's done nothing. She didn't score or get a rebound against Montenegro. She played 24 minutes. So, you know, when Belarus are struggling for points and offense, they need her, because we know what we're getting from the other players, really.
Oh, you see, she had the ball before the referee's hand went up. I just think they were really unlucky there, Belarus.
And we're going to have a timeout called by the referees.
Is it a shot clock issue? I
really don't know.
Scoring issue. So, but the other thing is this might work against France. You know, they're in their rhythm, and all of a sudden
And again, for Belarus, they're getting a lot of time to talk strategy now. A lot of time to kind of talk about the wrinkles and the places where France have hurt them in the early going. So this definitely works for Belarus, more so if they get possession of the ball as well.
When they played against Greece in Oradea, the lights went out. And Greece were starting to fall back a little bit, but they were still in it. And the lights went out because of a power outage. And after about a 15-minute delay, play resumed, and Belarus were a completely different team. So maybe having a delay like this is just what they need.
So you're talking about the way they were shooting, the lights were out. So we're going to have a change of the equipment on the scoreboard. Perhaps the button wasn't working correctly.
Button was sticking.
Yeah.
Can't we just use Bluetooth? Or voice-activated score, you could, you know. So Boyovsky and the Belarusians trying to turn things around against France. Yakubu started very well. I'm almost surprised that Yakubu's not still in there. He's had a chance to get a breather, but I guess Garnier wants to get Elena Siak in. I don't think Siak offers nearly as much as Yakubu does in both aspects of the game.
She's the safe option. You know what you're going to get from her. Yakubu's kind of a bit hit or miss at times, as we said. She struggles when she's double teamed. Sometimes she'll turn it over, but offensively, there's no question she's a far better, scorer, a far more of an offensive threat. I would say perhaps defensively, Siak can give them a little bit more as well, anchoring down the middle. Look like we're good to go now. 7 seconds is put back on the scoreboard.
So Lukrovic stays in for now. Strela, like Trapimava replaced, sure who she replaced. Anyway, Gruda drives in, misses the layup. Now Harding, and Belarus will try to get something in the open floor note. She pulls it back because Dumerch got back on defense. And Vermaenko puts up a three, and the ball rims out.
Oh, good recognition, though. They're going to try and pull Siak out. She's guarding Vermaenko. Belarus gone a little bit smaller now.
Dumerch wide open. And Chachuang gets the rebound, snatches it out of the air, gets the shot blocked by Vermaenko. Gets another one altered, and then Liktorovich tries to get the ball, but Gruda was too strong. 2-3 zone, and the pass into Siak, and it goes out of bounds. So I don't. That's where you've got those big paws of Yakubu and the strength. Viktorovich back to Vermaenko, and still will not go down.
Break and play has slowed France down, though. They've gone back to the walk up.
Well, it's about to speed up a little bit with Salagnac coming in. Sitting at the scores table. Chachuang over to Dumerch. Left wide open and drills the three. And all of a sudden, we've got a double-digit lead for France.
Dumerch started off 2 of 7 in the tournament from beyond the three-point line. She's now 7 of her last 13.
Harding puts up another jumper. She's really the only player who has had it going for Belarus. Cecina Lushanka coming back in for Vermaenko and Liktorovich. So both teams already know they're in the in the quarterfinals, and they're just battling for position right now in the Group E standings. Harding to Troina, and now the pass goes out of bounds. And Boyovsky is dismayed, flabbergasted,
frustrated. I think, yeah.
Disbelief.
Yeah, it's just not working offensively, is it? And they've got so many weapons, got great shooters. Got to find a way for Harding to create or to get touches in the low post. See how France guard that.
Oh, bounce pass, beautiful play, and Siak gets the foul. Good help from Stetsina. But Belarus looked like they almost needed timeout just to give them a bolt of energy or something.
They've already called one, though. He's not going to call his second in the first quarter, because then you've got no way of stopping the run from France. He'll just try and see out this last 2 minutes somehow, almost damage limitation if we can.
They need a good shot from Siak. They need though like a spark, don't they? I mean, maybe he's going to go with Popova. We haven't seen her yet. And another one is good. Spitsina puts it up and it's good.
It's a quick shot. That's one of those. She misses it, just plays into France's hand. But luckily, she makes it.
The problem is with the score, they're not able to adjust the score right now. So the score is wrong, 18-7. It should be 20-8. Strela, it's off the back of the rim. And now it's right, 20-8. And the scrap for the loose ball. And the ball's going to go out to France. So a foul called.
Kick violation.
Oh, it is a kick,
yeah.
okay. I thought it was giving a number.
Yeah. No.
He was just saying the kick was on number 6.
Yeah, I think so.
Pupa's going to come in for France. Now Siak. And Lushenka gives it over to Harding. Now Bruto. Now Siak picks up the foul. And Pupa's going to come in. So this is a bolt of lightning that's going to walk onto the floor. There you see the contact with Siak and Lushenka, which doesn't look like a mismatch right now. Not at all.
Well, Belarus have got to get the ball into the low post for me, get it into Lushenka, because if she doesn't get a shot, then somebody else will.
Well,
Still got time.
Yep, passes it back out to Harding. And Harding takes a very difficult shot over at Pupa. Well, Pupa couldn't have done anything else. Look at that. Hand in the face. So the final minute of the opening quarter after the delay of dealing with the table. See the assist ratio there for France. Superior. Pupa steps into it, but puts it up too long. Got an opportunity with Belarus. Now Lushenka posting up, gets it, tries to go to work against Siak. And traveling is the call on Lushenka. She's almost forcing it. So, hey, listen, I was questioning putting in Siak, but right now she's winning the battle against Lushenka.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's one of those things for me. She trod in the foot with Siak. If you're not going to get touches to your best players, if you're not going to get Lushenka lots of touches in the low post, when she gets it, she's going to be anxious to do something. So I say you just got to keep going into her, because if she doesn't get it, the help will have to come, and one of their shooters will be open on the perimeter then.
Final 13 seconds, and a turnover goes to Belarus. They'll probably try to hold it for one. Nope, they're just going to take the shot if they can get it, and Lushenka misses again. She's having a nightmare. That triggers a break here for France. They get enough time for a shot, and it goes up. So, not much improvement for Belarus on their last performance. Getting killed on the boards. They're trailing 20-10 against France.
It looks like a performance devoid of any confidence, doesn't it? You can see just in the shooting from Belarus, they just don't really, they don't have that rhythm that they came through Group B with, do they? Really, if it's not for Lindsay Harding kind of hitting some jump shots on her own, creating, pulling up with hand in her face, she's got 6. What would they have?
Yeah, Belarus have gone from being what looked like potentially the best team in the tournament, or one of the top 2 or 3 teams, to a team right now that has just gotten lost. They don't know. They're like, somebody better tell them how to get to Budapest, because they might not find it.
Well, they came in, didn't they? They had 5 players playing a lot of minutes. The combo was working well. Harding at the point, Setsina and Liktorovich on the wings, and then Viromayenka and Lushenka on the inside. That 5 were a dominant force. They had balanced scoring throughout. Lushenka was anchoring down the middle with a double-double. Harding was creating, she was hitting a couple of shots. But then Setsina and Liktarovic were hitting from beyond the three-point line, and Viromayenko was pitching in with a good sort of 10 points as well, and they just completely lost that. You look at the starting lineup now, you know, Choyna's got 2 of their 10. So Liktarovic, Setsina, and Viromayenko all looking for their first basket.
So France with a couple of threes to fall so far, Skrela and Dumer. And nothing yet for Belarus. Zuskova and Harding now in the lineup, so that's a combination that's worked in the backcourt for Belarus. Let's see if that triggers anything. Popova, no minutes yet for Belarus. Also, Sarah Michel's in, number 10. So France shuffling in players. Sarah Michel left wide open. And Zuskova beats Salanyak to the ball. Setsina right at the line. Rapupa brings it back for the French. Michel, she just missed one over to Salanyak. Now Pupa gets it to Michel again. Over to Salanyak, 2 on the shot clock. Good! Well, they passed around and they got it to a shooter who's been knocking down some jumpers in this tournament.
Yeah, well, form tells us this is going to be a double-figure scoring game for Salanyak. She scores double figures every other game so far, and today's a day where she should.
And Zuskova misses. So that last shot from Salanyak was a 3. So the lead is as biggest as it's been in the game, 13 points. Salanyak. And the ball goes out of bounds now. Katachatiga is going to come in. And Yakubu comes back in as well for France. Siak, who's done some good work on Lashenka, comes out. And Gruda comes out as well. Just imagine, Greece right now, that late steal and miss by Sotoriou just off the front of the rim, starting to hurt them a little bit more. They need Belarus to win to advance in the tournament. And Pupa for 3. Now Lindsay Harding was right at Salanyak. Great defense from Salanyak. She got the block. Salanyak says, not in my house. Look at this. Well, I bet Harding hasn't had that happen to her too often.
It's a strong drive. She was on her own, Harding, but she had the space to attack. They're going to go back to this 2-3 zone, or stay in this 2-3 zone.
Triple teamed is Yakubu. Apupa comes up with it, and Setsina stuck out her leg as she tried to get to the ball. And when Apupa got it and ran past, the foul was on Setsina. Watch her stick her leg out. Yeah, that was intentional. And Popova has come in for Belarus. Now Popova giving a little bit of help on defense, knocked that ball away, and now foul on Salanyak. Well, Popova might be the player to give him that energy. She made a good play on defense.
She's a good scorer in spells, isn't she, as well?
20 years of age.
She can hit the 3. She can put it on the floor a little.
Harding gives it to Vermayenka. Now inside to Lashenka.
It's gone the wrong way. Didn't read where Yakubu was turning into her. Rather than go with the left hand, would have been an easy 2.
Yeah, it's just been a tough start for Lashenka here. And then Lashenka has it taken away by Yakubu. And Apupa drives in and scores. And right now, Belarus are flirting with disaster. Well, certainly disaster for Greece. Belarus will live to fight another game, but they're They're down 15 and not showing any signs of being able to do anything on either side of the court. Snitsina puts up a tough jump shot. Finally, something goes down, but she makes it under pressure.
Two tough shots Snitsina's had. They're the only real shots, attempts at the ring. The Belarus offense just isn't getting key players the shots that they want or the ball in areas where they can be successful.
Katachitiga, good. My goodness me, 27-12. And what was a festive atmosphere after that last game. This one just is lacking, the same energy, but Snitsina is starting to bring Belarus a little bit closer.
Well, that was a bit better. The play designed to get her free, and she did. If she hadn't have been free, then it would have allowed Lushenko to roll down the middle as well.
Belarus in the 2-3 zone. Why does Popova go all the way out to guard Apupa? She hasn't proven herself outside. And Apupa just drives in and now has an and one.
I like this, what we've seen from Apupa here. A rare transition score for someone her speed. And then she gets to the ring as well. Haven't really seen that from her at all in this tournament. I think she's got to find a way to use those weapons at the senior level that she has. The ability to break people down, get into the paint, sometimes score, but also kick out for other people.
Well, she's an exciting talent. There's no question about that. Snitsina now, guarded by Michelle, puts up a difficult three, and again, she is just putting on a performance all of a sudden. Shooting. It's taking something special just to keep Belarus in there with a shout.
It's almost as if she said, well, if no one else is going to do it, I'm just going to take it on my own, shoot every time I get it.
Katachitiga feeds to Yakubu, who turns, puts it up, and now an opportunity for Belarus. Harding fouled by Pupa.
This French offense against the zone seems to have Katachitiga out on the perimeter. And then as Yakubu takes a shot, the only person that could possibly rebound is on the three-point line. So obviously Belarus get an easy rebound, and they're running. That's why Pupa has to commit the foul.
So France have called a timeout, leading by 12. France won this competition in 2009 and 2011. They finished third, and they finished second in 2013. And in that stretch, they also got the silver medal at the Olympics in 2012.
And a fantastic run. Last 3 EuroBaskets. That was only their second loss 2 days ago. As they went unbeaten first year, like I said, 2011 when they won. 2013 they only lost the one game against Spain. And then so far in this tournament they hadn't lost, so it was a big run of games for France. A rare loss for them in the EuroBasket, especially before the final.
Field goal shooting percentages for both teams. France right at 46%. And the percentage is rising for Belarus thanks to that player right there that just inbounded the ball, Snitsina. And self-inflicted turnover there. And Bojalski just buries his head, buries his face into his hands.
Ball movement from France, but no penetration. Ball hasn't even gone inside the three-point line yet.
Pupa gives it to Solaniak in the corner, and again, and a push on either Snitsina or Troina will keep the ball in France's hands.
The French offense, they went the entire 24 seconds there. The ball never once went inside the three-point line. Against the zone, if you're going to allow the zone to just stay where it is, it will just turn, and the ball will only go around the outside. You'll only get a three-point shot.
Well, it was a costly foul. Katachitiga revealing herself tonight to be a good jump shooter. That's her second jump shot. Snitsina puts up another one. And Yakubu with the rebound. And the pass to Katachitsiga was not corralled. So now ball comes the other way. Joyner. And Michel with the rebound. Not seeing much really at all of Vermahinka in the offense for Belarus.
It's all gone very quick, hasn't it? Sina's tried to take over, but she's done that through one-on-one play, quick shots. There hasn't been a lot of passing.
And Yakubu gets inside, and she says, I should have had an and one. Look at this.
Possibly, but much better from France because they got the ball to the inside, you know. They broke the barriers of the zone.
And the pass into Popova. A foul was called on Sarah Michel. Lashank is going to come back into the game. Here we see the foul, Michel. So Vermahinka takes a seat. Vermahinka's only been playing for a couple of months. She had a baby last year, so not really at the top of her game right now. Troina for three, good! She had time to set her feet, and that's what she's known for. Troina, remember that Belarus team that finished third at the EuroBasket women in 2007 in Chieti? Also, Belarus played for Belarus at the Olympics in Beijing in 2008. Now Michel with 4 seconds on the shot clock. She's going to have to put it up for a bounce pass. They're not going to get it off in time. So
again, it's just too passive for France in the early going. You know, they never once had the ball go inside. They didn't penetrate. They just passed it around the perimeter, not really going anywhere. And then it fell to Michel with a low shot clock. You know, if she'd gone 10 seconds earlier, you don't have to penetrate and take a shot. You can penetrate, kick it back out again. You know, you can make a little pass and pass it back. But the French team have to turn the zone more.
The Belarus have some chances here in the second quarter. And into Popova. Good move, but that doesn't finish. Try to score with their left hand.
Defensively, they've been better. They've slowed France, but the problem is offensively, they've been poor. They haven't got that rhythm. France seem content, but not in any rush.
Gruda. Chuang. And Skrela steps in because of Troina coming out, and she hits it right at the buzzer. So she beats the shot clock. Back to a 15-point lead. Lashank on the baseline. Good. Belarus starting to show a little bit of fluidity to their play.
I believe this zone is the way to go, don't they? Seeing that the whole of the first half.
But you can play a zone, but you have to have some pressure on the shooter.
Yeah, I mean you just can't leave Demerck that wide open. It's all well and good to say we're gonna give up the jump shot, we're gonna fill the middle, but you know, a player of her quality is gonna make that jump shot more times than she'll miss.
Oh, she hands it off Harding to Lashanka. And Lashanka gets fouled. So to set the table again, because it's important that you know that we remind you in case you just tuned in, if Belarus win, Greece will qualify for the quarterfinals. Greece beating Montenegro in the previous game.
And Belarus will finish second in Group E as well.
Now, if Belarus do not win and France win, then France will finish second. Belarus will finish fourth, and Montenegro would qualify for the quarterfinals. And Lashanka gets it to go down. So, back to a 13-point game. Here in the final stages of the first half, Troina was going for the steal. Gruda, open, gets blocked by Snitsina. So 3 fouls on Snitsina. Koyoski will have to get his star player out of the game.
There's just confusion in the Belarusian team there. They didn't even know what defense they were in. And as they're trying to figure it out, The one player you don't want to leave open, really, on the French team is Sandrine Gruder. They just allowed her just to stand on the middle of the foul line wide open. That's why Cecina had to try and rotate there and get the block.
But the other problem was she went over and just put her hands right on her side. So it was an easy call for the referee. Gruder misses the first. Look at those numbers. Probably she could make a claim for being the best player in Europe for the past, I'd say, since 2009. And she makes the second, so Siak comes in for Yakubu. And she'll try to torment Lashenka further. 14-point game. Lindsay Harding ran into Trina. Trina was talking about the miscommunication problems they were having. Foul called on Dumerc. Just talking about the miscommunication because Belarus were giving away a lot of easy layups to the Czech Republic and Montenegro. And she said that they just weren't switching. They hadn't played together enough, especially with Harding coming into the team.
The pick and roll defense has been very poor here in Debrecen for Belarus. I suppose going to the zone has taken that away. That lack of communication. They'll come with some pressure now, though.
Well, that gets it back to 12. Now Trina comes up, and I don't understand why you commit the foul, and I don't think Boyalski does either. There's pressure, and there's smart pressure.
Yeah. I mean, the pressure's for nothing if you're going to foul, put someone to the line for 2 shots and allow them to get a scoreboard to extend even more.
Well, fortunately for Belarus, Siak misses the first. She's now 2 of 3. She had made her first 2. And she's getting some big minutes here in the first half because she's been effective against Yelena Lashenka. She makes the second. Popova hands it. Nope, she keeps it. Tachuan guarding Popova. Lashenka just bulls her way in, and this time Siak could do nothing about it. Now it's back to 11. 8 points for Lashenka.
Haven't seen that, have we? Post up from Lashenka, apart from the one time where she kind of lost possession.
Now, Gruda, boy, if she had made that shot, that would have been a great shot because she had 3 people around her, including somebody from behind. It looked like they may have gotten a touch on the ball. So 25 seconds remaining in the first half, and Belarus showing some signs of getting back into it here. So Viktorovich back out to Popova, who puts it up at the line. Boy, that was a brick. Now back.
Numbers, France.
Tachuan puts up a 3. Just a little bit of time for Belarus. Will they get it off? No, they will not. Skrela hustles back. So France will head to the changing rooms with a 40-29 lead, and the inside track to second place in Group E against Belarus. 13 of 25 inside the arc for France. Both teams with 3 3-pointers. So much better performance shooting-wise for France. And look at the rebounding totals as well, quite decidedly in the favor of the French, as well as the assists. So they're not on top by 11 points by mistake, and the statistics show it. Cecina, she has the 10 points to lead all scorers. Gruda with 9. And Yakubu in a factor early on. Lashenka and Harding each have 8 points. And that's the rebounding leader. So be sure to stick around for the second half. Be coming your way just under 14 minutes. 40-29, France on top of Belarus here in the last game of Group E. We're in Debrecen, Hungary, and Sandrine Gruda had a good start. You know, we can't help but think that France could maybe have pulled further ahead. You can see the numbers that she's got there. She's had those 3 shots inside the arc. And for Belarus, I'm guessing we'll see Snitsina. She got hot at one point. Note it's going to be Harding, who drilled a couple of early jumpers for her team. And this is where she's been scoring. So it's 40-29 with France on top. And if they can go on and win this game, translate that for me.
Happy Father's Day.
Ah, very good. Well done. We'll never doubt your French language skills again. So they are. So if France win this game, they will finish second in Group E, and obviously that affects who they play in the quarterfinals. They'll have a better draw, although you never know. I mean, they could end up playing somebody they'd rather not play, depending on how that works out. If they win and Belarus lose, then Buyovsky's Belarus would finish 4th. But at least for Belarus, they can draw comfort in the fact to know that they've got a little bit of time to get things right. But you got to remember, Anatoly, you're not just playing for Belarus, you're also playing for Greece. Because if you lose this game, the Greeks are going to the airport tomorrow and flying back home. On the other hand, Montenegro are happy because they're right behind the French. If the French win, that means the Montenegrins will go to the quarterfinals. Are you under the impression that the teams on the other side of the draw probably have more powerful teams and are more likely to reach the podium? They've got Spain, they've got Russia, they've got Serbia, Lithuania, Slovakia. Those are the teams we're talking about.
No.
I think Turkey are growing?
Yeah, I still think it's finely balanced. And this French team, again, you know, it's a tremendous team. This French team can easily go on to win not just a medal, but gold. Right now, I still think they're not quite playing at their best. You know, we were talking at just before the break, really, or just during the break. You know, they get up and then they kind of take the foot off the gas. So they forget what got them the early lead. I would like to see them just carry on going. Just, you know, really just continue the strong play. I still think they go really deep into the bench, and I wonder whether that will shorten as the tournament goes on or not. But I think they've got a great chance of a medal. I think the way Turkey are playing defense, and with Yilmaz and Sanders, they're always in with a chance. You know, they've got that anchor on the front line, and as inconsistently as they've been performing, really, Albin and Vidala are 2 very experienced guards, as we've seen. You know, they've made big shots for Greece and for Turkey in these last couple of close games. That, you know, they're easily a medal contender for me as well. Of course, the Montenegro team, if Montenegro get through, you know, they've been playing without their best player and they've still managed to qualify in. You never know. Does Dubovic come back? Does she play, you know, on a level that we know she's capable of, because she's one of the better players in the EuroLeague. Therefore, she's one of the better players in this competition. Having said all of that, there's nothing to take away from the other side because, you know, of course, they've got great teams. Those people that saw the Serbia-Spain game yesterday shows the depth of their group as well.
Well, France winning the rebounding battle, so that's helped them establish the 40-29 lead. And Trofimova has started here in the second half for Belarus. Vermayinka passes to Trofimova. Vermayinka penetrates, gets it back, and Dumerc reaches in, almost causes the turnover. It's been a real battle for Harding. Dumerc has proved the pest. 5 on the shot clock, Likarovic. And Solaniak reaches in. 2 seconds now on the shot clock. And Buyovsky just That's been his look all night.
It gets no better for him, does it?
Lushenko sets her feet, misses, and Gruda goes up for the rebound. Salagnak drives in, misses, but Yakubu's there for the follow and draws a foul.
The previous offense has summed up Belarus, really. They get into the hands of Lushenko, but, you know, outside of the paint, towards the three-point line, she has to take a jumper. There's no one there to rebound, really, of her size. Gruda snatches it in. France going to get out in transition. You know, Lushenko has 5 double-doubles in 6 games, and yet first half here, she's only got 1 rebound. In actual fact, she has double-digit rebounds in every game she's played. Because the one game she didn't have a double-double, she had 12 rebounds, but only 8 points.
Well, they really need their big player to step up. They need Lushenko, Belarus, bounce pass to Harding. That looks better now. Now they've got something working. And Liktarovic puts up a 3, but misses. Now Harding open. Tried to probe to get in. Liktarovic back to Harding, 4 on the shot clock. Into Lushenko, and a foul. Who's the foul on?
Demerck behind.
Demerck was fronting her.
This big lineup for Belarus, and they've still got to give space around the ring at the moment. It's a bit too clogged up in there, so they don't get any post-ups. They don't have room to penetrate.
Hermanika just can't buy a basket right now. Belarus called the play. So it's spread. She tries to get in the lane, passes back out, over to Lushenko, and does not beat the shot clock.
It's the wrong players in the wrong spots. So the ball's being reversed into Lushenko to shoot a jump shot. That's where, you know, Vyramenko needs to be there, or that's where one of the other wing players needs to be there to catch and shoot with Lushenko around the ring.
So Trofimova gets an earful from Boyalski as she comes out of the game. And Lushenko reaches in and comes up with a steal. It's a 12-point French lead, slow start here for both teams. And Lushenko catches it and goes up for an and 1.
Finally, we get her around the ring, don't we? We're able to get her the ball.
Usually when she catches it that low, she's gonna score, but hasn't really been like that the last couple of games. So maybe that play right there will get Lushenko on track. And you know she's a good player, especially when you consider, well, look at the free throw game there, but she's already got 11 points, and she's kind of had an off night. But interestingly, she's only got 3 rebounds. She's usually already in the double digits by now. Slaniak goes baseline, fouled by Vyramenko. So that is the second team foul on Belarus. Vyramenko's got a real bruise on her left shoulder. Good foul on Vyramenko. Now Ipupa, who's come in, makes the pass to Skrela. Salagnak. Yakubu right at the free throw line, makes it.
You can't let the ball into the free throw line if you're in the zone. One of the guards should be filling the foul line, stopping that pass from going in there.
Oh, Lushenko outside. And I'm sure that France would much rather her be outside than inside.
France got to find a way to just really finish this game, though. You know, you still sense that there's a chance for Belarus to get back into it while we're around sort of the double-digit mark. It's 11, and the way they've dominated this game, France, you'd expect to see them further ahead than this right now.
Lushenko goes up, gets the rebound. Harding goes behind her back. And Ipupa was just sticking to her like glue there. So Pupa picks up the foul, her second. I think Harding had her on her back. She was doing a good job there to draw that foul. Shanka's going to set the pick. I think she was upset. Lashenka thought she got a blow anyway. And Vermeyka just cannot get it to fall. Remember, Greece need Belarus to win. Montenegro need France to win to go to the quarterfinals.
See, even there, Liktarovic has it at the top. The French defense has switched. She's being guarded by Yakubu. You would say, right, okay, take her on, challenge her, get to the ring, see if you can attack. But the problem being there was two Belarusian players inside trying to post up, taking the room away for Liktarovic to penetrate.
Skrela passes out to Salaniak, who had both feet behind. Now, a rare fast break. Snitsina gets out and scores. Alert play by Harding and a mistake by France.
And all we've done is talk about how badly Belarus have played, really. They're down 9. They're into single digits again now. Oh, it's just 3 points in the first 4 minutes here.
And good hands by Lashenka. And Pupa hustles down and gets her hands on that ball to tie up Vermeyka. Vermeyka did a good job to get down on the floor to get after it. So France will retain possession with 14 on the shot clock. Now Salaniak behind the arc, and Skrela drives in. And oh, what a powerful rebound from Yakubu. She doesn't make it. And Skrela trapped. And good job by Belarus to trap. Boy, you saw Yakubu go up and just bring the rebound down. She just needed to score.
It was all about the positioning. See how she's in the inside there. Vermeyka's got to make sure she pushes her underneath the basket if she's in the wrong position, but ideally she would be boxing her out.
So Dumerc is going to come back into the game. Sitting the scores table in front of us for France. And good hands from Gruda to come up with the steal, but then she gives it right back. And then Pupa comes in and takes it away from Snitsina. So Pupa's starting to make her mark on the game. Alayla Blue Chance in the stands. 8 on the shot clock. Oh, wide open, Salaniak. Good! Wide open.
Again, Joyner runs out at Pupa, allows her to beat her off the drive, and that just gives Salaniak the clean look in the corner. No one near her. She's got to close out, try and make Pupa make the jump shot over the top.
Oh, Pupa gets the better of Harding there, takes it away, but then Belarus get it right back, and Vermeyka puts it up and in. I've seen that a couple of times. Watch this. So they turn it over, then they get it right back. Siak, Michel, and Dumerc will come in at the next dead ball for France. Now Salaniak. And Gruda nowhere to turn. And shot clock violation. They're going to play it. Now they get it to Lashenka, and she goes up and draws the foul. Salaniak commits the foul. And now it's an 8-point game. And a free throw coming for Lashenka. So good hustle, and France have called timeout.
Remonter pour que l'écran soit posé comme ça. Je le poser haut comme ça pour qu'on puisse prendre assez haut cet intervalle. Après la 5, j'ai besoin qu'il y ait un bon timing. Sur ça, restez face. Ça veut dire que vous proposez cette surface.
Lloyd, it's a weird game, isn't it? I mean, Lushenko now has 13 points, but France were just in complete command. But they haven't slammed the door shut. And it doesn't seem like Belarus have really done that much to get back into it.
No, the French have almost changed the way they played. What got them early? They got some scores in the open floor. They ran. They were aggressive early. They got Gruder touches. She had 8 points, didn't she? I've got the first sort of 14 or so for them. And now what's happened? Well, Gruder's got 9. And France have really just slowed it down. They have no interest in running. They're not pushing the tempo. It's all walked. It's all slow. It's all methodical. You know, it's almost like they've got the lead and they're playing football. You know, they've got the lead. They're just going to hold out and let time run away. But I don't think you can play like that because they don't shoot it particularly well. When you give Belarus a chance, and like I say, I'd like to see Belarus get the ball inside to Lushenko, or when she's not on the floor, spread and allow people to penetrate.
So Lushenko's going to come out for a second here, just to catch her breath. It's down to 7. Popova's coming for her.
It's be interesting because Harding's had to go out as well. She took a shot to the midsection. So now let's see how they adapt for offense without those two on the floor.
Cena was trying to cheat there to get the ball. Now Katachatiga can hit the jumper. So can Dumerc, with the shot clock winding down, and Vermaika boxed out Siak. And now Sarah Michel hounding Zioskova. She's a good defensive player, Sarah Michel.
Everybody around the paint for Belarus have to spread it out a little bit more.
And finally, Vermaika makes a jump shot, and it's back to a 5-point game. And look at the stroke. Points have not registered yet. There they go. Seems to be a delay in the scoreboard. Dumerc open and banks it in.
Very good attack dribble from Dumerc. Split between the front and the back defenders. There you see, took 2 players out of the game. Very good play against the zone from her.
Stetsina to Popova. Slaniak might have got away with a push there, and Troina drives in and draws the foul.
So I'm talking about better spread. A good job from Popova to post up. In fact, she's got Michel or Salagnac guarding her helps. But the floor better balance for Belarus, enabled for them to either use her on the inside, she can score or kick it like she did for the 2 for Voromarenko, or now gives that room to penetrate.
Chachwang is going to come back in for France at the next dead ball. Now Troina has 4 points after that made free throw. And 5, and the lead now is back. The deficit now is back to 5 for Belarus.
Good move to bring Chachwang back in. She'll guard Popova, I think, and now take away her threat of being able to post up quite as easily.
The trap on Sarah Michel, and Popova was a little slow getting up. That leads to a chance here for France, but they have to take it back out. Nice play by Belarus. Trying to change things up here. Dumerc over to Sarah Michel, and Katachatiga gets the offensive rebound and put back.
Yeah, red venture to the inside for her. She's been out on the perimeter the entire game.
Michel putting the pressure on Stetsina. That's off to the left. And Vermaika gets the rebound. Maybe rushed her putback. So Lushenko and Harding are going to come back into the game. Zioskova picked up the foul, her first. So France keeping their noses in front. See the replay, the ball going out of bounds. Now Michel. 2-3 zone still for Belarus. Pass inside to Katachatiga. She gets it over to Dumerc. And Troina is able to get it now. Fast break. And Stetsina hustles down but misses the layup.
They Opportunities. We've talked about this over and over. You've got to take
what
those.
a defensive play from Snitsina. She saw the pass. She's a very long player, isn't she? 7-point game. 1 minute remaining now in the quarter. Trying to post up Sarah Michelle. She misses a layup.
What a different game it could be. Those 2 layups there. We could be talking about a 4-point game, 3-point game going into the 4th quarter.
Chachuang, and the ball goes out of bounds. 11 on the shot clock. Well, I would have put money on Snitsina making the layup. Dumek over to Michelle, goes right down and makes the layup, and back to a 9-point lead. Popova was slow to get in there, but she was going to leave her player wide open in the corner. And now Sarah Michelle just sneaks in there and takes the ball away. France with a little run here at the end of the 3rd quarter. Dumerc for 3, misses. Chachuang gets the offensive rebound, and fortunately for Belarus, France do not score. They had a couple of looks, and the deficit 9 with 1 quarter to play, so they've only shaved a couple of points off that deficit.
Well, we said they had the chance, Belarus. 2 layups. Could have been within 3 going into the 4th quarter potentially, but
well, that shooting percentage would have been over 39%, that's for sure, if they'd made those 2. But they're just getting dominated on the boards. 34-20, we saw it the last play.
I mean, they rely on Luchenko to grab a lot of rebounds. She's kind of been pulled away from the basket a lot, and the zone hasn't helped them to rebound at all. You can't give up 12 offensive rebounds to France. Interesting to see if Belarus just stay in the zone or not. You know, often chasing the game. And there comes that point where you can't allow France to just pass it around, constantly use time off the clock. You've got to go and try and force the action, create a steal, or speed them up somehow.
Well, France have 7 second chance points. Belarus have none. France have led by as many as 16 points in this game. France's bench has also outscored Belarus 22-5. So the French fans sensing victory will be theirs, but they've got 10 minutes to go. Chachuan reaches in, almost gets the steal. So the Twin Towers back in there. Lashenka, Vermayinka, Popova also in. So it's a big Belarus team. Snitsina still in. Vermayinka looks to make the pass inside. Gives it back to Harding. And the turnover. So the fact that we talked about not having Viktorovich in the form that she was in hurts Belarus. And now Snitsina just takes it right away from Chachuang. Chachuang goes back and makes a great defensive play to deny Snitsina.
It's tremendous recovery, isn't it? A lot of players just would have given it up, frustrated about the turnover. Into Chachuang, look at that, the effort to get back.
Yeah, I don't think Snitsina expected that. Snitsina does have the ability to make plays, doesn't she?
Yeah. She's open there as well, she doesn't get it.
Over to Popova for the jumper. And the scrap. And Vermaenka has the ball and is fouled. Fouls on Michelle. Both teams in the quarterfinals. And Vermaenka misses. Lashenka goes up for the rebound. Gets it back inside and draws the foul on Siak. And you got to feel for Siak because she had her hands raised up. It looked like she did too much wrong there. Oh no, she hacked her there.
They weren't straight either. She's leaning forward.
Also, she really came down hard on Lashenka.
Still there though, Belarus, aren't they? This French team just doesn't shake off the opponent very well. It doesn't finish the game. We saw this in Group A. You know, they always played a half. They always let teams back in. You know, often it would be at halftime. They only led 2 of the 4 games in the first round at the half, and they needed big second half performances to win.
It's a 7-point game, and if Belarus can get a stop here, it looks like they're, I think they're 2-3 or 1-3-1. Well, Katachitiga, another jumper, and Siak goes up and gets the rebound. She's played well today. Michelle. And the bump on Vermaenka. It just doesn't look to be in the game shape that she has to be in. Through no fault of her own, by the way.
So just not in position to be able to move her feet there.
2 fouls on Vermaenka. Tetuan dribbling, and Snitsina or Popova? Popova. 8:36. Still plenty of time. So back to live action with Dumerc. Popova has 2 fouls. Tetuan from the corner and missed everything. Now Harding. Lashenka. Belarus wanting to play a little bit faster, it appears. And Vermaenka is able to get it back. But boy, those other centers of France perhaps a little bit underrated defensively. Lashenka can't score against them. Now, back to Snitsina. She puts up a tough jumper. I mean, you see the players struggle. You see Lashenka struggling, and it takes just a terrific play from Snitsina to get it back to 5.
Belarus players have got to stay engaged. Lashenka, the offensive rebound twice, kicked it out. No one was ready to shoot.
Dumerc over to her teammate, and Michelle makes another play. 3-pointer for Michelle, back to an 8-point lead. 7.5 minutes remaining. Boy, Harding's really being harassed at the point, isn't she? Good job from the French defense just to play. And Dumerc picks up a foul. That's her 3rd. Siak comes out. Katachitiga comes out. Lashenka comes out. So it's Vermaenka and Popova in that low post. Troina's back in for Belarus. Troina for 3. That's good. Well, she gets it right back.
This lineup, they'll try and spread Troina and Vermaenka out to the perimeter, leave Popova on the inside because she's been guarded by the smaller French defender.
5-point lead for France. And the foul, the blocking foul on Gruda. It's incredible how France have not been able to put this game away or to put any distance between themselves. See the Gruda was moving.
You just feel like the game's done. You know, France have got this one in the bag. Then you look at the score, only 5.
And Vermaenka gets it, puts it up, and ball rims out.
Incredible.
4 personal fouls now to America.
So I love Lyshenko. I'm a big fan of hers, but this lineup for Belarus may be better suited to play against this French team. It just causes more problems for the French. You know, Yakubu has to guard someone that can play out on the perimeter, so therefore it takes her away from the ring. And with the 3 bigs, with Choyna, with Popova, and with Veremenko, it means one of them is going to be guarded by someone smaller who they can post up. They put that one on the inside, the other 2 out beyond the 3-point line. There's a lot of room, and it's very difficult to guard.
Well, looky here, folks. It's a 3-point game. Belarus, having trailed by 16, are now just 3 points behind.
Never led in this game, Belarus.
Unbelievable. Epupa has come in for Dumet, and Salagnac as well has come in. He's replaced Michelle. Skrela's come back in. Epupa. Now that's where Popova, I think, has to drop off of her. Salagnac gets inside, and Lindsay Harding fouls Salagnac.
It's a poor foul from Harding. You know, Salagnac's going into 2 defenders. The only option she's got, the kick out to Epupa, who can be, you know, challenged on that shot. Instead, fresh full team.
The Belarus are going to be in the bonus, and Epupa left open, and they don't box Yakubu out, and they give away the 3-point play. And this is the problem for Belarus. If Lyshenko's not in, she's the only player that can probably keep Yakubu away from the basket.
Oh, well, she's the anchor in the middle, especially on the glass. So you have the advantage at one end, perhaps a disadvantage on the other without Lyshenko on the floor right now.
And Yakubu's had a fine game. So free throws also 12 of 12 for Belarus, 7-11 for France. Popova for 3. She really hasn't given any offense tonight. Zina trying to make a play. 10 on the shot clock, 5.5 minutes remaining. Epupa over to Salagnac. Zina got a hand on it. Now the double, and Salagnac wide open. And Yakubu just takes 2 players to box out Yakubu, and she was still able to get her hand on the ball and hit it to her teammate.
Yeah, that's great play from her. And I'm not sure why they doubled Gruder so late in the clock. Travel.
Well, Epupa just kind of lost control of it. So a break for Belarus. Shenka coming back in with 5:11 remaining. And Veremenko comes out. I can see the Montenegro coaches watching this game, but I can't see the Greece coach, Dikolakis, anywhere in here. Anyway, Harding brings it across midcourt. Lyshenko, and she is fouled by Yakubu. 2 personal fouls. Yakubu in this game, 12 points, 7 rebounds, a couple of assists. So that's a good night's work from her, isn't it?
Yeah, well, she's played more tonight than she really has done in this tournament. I'm not really sure why her minutes have been so inconsistent, but she's played 20 minutes now in this game. We've rarely seen her play over 20 minutes. Just having a quick look, she played 20 minutes against Turkey. Apart from that, you know, never played half the game.
Wow, 2 missed free throws for Lyshenko. She's got 16 points. Belarus had been shooting it well at the line. 2-3 zone. Skrela gets it to Epupa. And Skrela now to Gruda, over to Salagnac and Yakubu. And France made 1 pass too many. Harding now for Belarus. And Salagnac reaches in, almost forces the turnover. And Yakubu reaches over and fouls Popova. So free throws now coming for Belarus. So Popova at the line. And she makes the free throw, so that's her first point of the game. She's averaging 9.2 points per game. And makes both. She had 20, I seem to recall, back in Oradea in one game. Now Pupa to Gruda, and France are just slowing it up, working it around. Gruda over to Solagnac. And Popova unnecessarily fouls Gruda, and it's the shot clock was down to 4.
It's quite in that situation, you know, Gruda's a very good perimeter shooter. She's very good mid-range. I understand that, but you close out, you have your hands there, you challenge the shot, you don't allow her to go past you, you don't allow her to go to the line. You know, you say if Gruda's a great offensive player and she makes the shot with you challenging her, that's what happens. But don't give her the opportunity to get some easy ones from free throw.
So that takes it back to a 5-point lead for France. 4 minutes and 5 seconds remaining. She only makes 1 of 2, and France get the ball back. They've dominated the boards, although that was somewhat fortuitous. She clanged it off the rim, and it bounced out to the perimeter. Now Yakubu sets the pick. Cena fell down, and shot clock violation. So good defense. France are just waiting really long into their offense, aren't they?
Yeah, they're almost playing the scoreboard too much. You know, using time, worrying about taking good shots.
Harding gets it back with 8 on the shot clock. Gets to go up against Skrela. And she does a good job of jumping to make sure that she gets some contact with Skrela.
I'd like to see Harding be a bit more aggressive now. You know, put Lushenko low, have her wait, but give Harding the space to go one-on-one. If Yakubu, who's guarding Lushenko, comes to help, then you have her. If not, try and allow her to go, you know, get that little mid-range shot or get all the way to the basket. She's going to make this a 3-point game.
So she makes it 4, and Dumerc is going to come back into the game. And Harding makes it again, and Apupa comes back out.
Dumerc's got the 4 fouls, so it's even more reason to try and let Harding go at her one-on-one. She won't want to foul out.
Now Dumerc. The team leading by 3. Greece perhaps on the edge of their seats now, watching this game. Yakubu back outside the Solagnac. 5 on the shot clock, and Dumerc has it. And Dumerc gets in, and now Lushenko gets the rebound, and Belarus can tie it with a 3 or pull to within 1. What are they going to run here? Stetsina. And they get it to Lushenko. She couldn't quite get it in time, but Troina puts up a 3. And Yakubu was the right person to be in there. I don't know that there's any other player in this competition that can get a rebound like that and make Lushenko look not as good a rebounder as she actually is. She has really had a test today against that French front line, against Yakubu. Gruda puts up the jumper. It's an air ball. 2:22 remaining. Belarus trailing by 3. Incredibly. They had trailed by 16. Stetsina for 3. And that ball went in and out. Got a lot of rim.
2 good looks, really, for Belarus there. Had chances to tie this game.
Solagnac. Now to Dumerc, again with 5 on the shot clock. Skrela inside to Yakubu, and she goes up and in. That was excellent offense. Yakubu might just be the player of the game for me. She goes up with power. Back to Vermainka. Now Lushenko goes right at Yakubu and can't get it to go down, but Harding, what a brilliant rebound by her. Sneaks in. Stetsina with 1:25 to go in the game. Drives. Troina steps inside the arc, puts it up, misses. Again, another rebound for Harding. And boy, How about the hustle of Harding? 2 offensive rebounds from the Belarus point guard to get it back to a 3-point game.
Great work from her. She comes up with big plays, doesn't she, Harding? She always kind of has. So second timeout called by France. They've got one more. Belarus will lose one because they haven't called any here. We're under 2 minutes to go, so they've got 2 left. Plenty of options for them to go to draw things up. I mean, it's a one-possession game still. So
now Dumerka has 4 fouls, as we already know, and Yakubu, who has 14 points and 11 rebounds, she has 3 fouls.
I would just, you know, first play for Belarus, isolate, just not even set a screen, just pretty much somehow get it to Lindsay Harding's hands, let her have a lot of room against Dumerk and put people in the right spots. If any help comes, you're kicking for open threes, or you're kicking, you know, you're going to give it to Lashenka because help's come from Yakubu. That's what I would do next possession if I'm Belarus, and say, right, well, if you're going to help off a 3-point shooter, we'll make it and we'll tie the game. But of course, 1:14, they're going to get stopped here first of all.
Belarus do have some shooters on the floor. They've got Snitsina and Trina. And obviously Harding as well, but she's probably looking to create. 1 minute and 14 seconds to go in Group B, unless of course we go to overtime. And that's a very real possibility. Dumerk over to Skrela for 3. Oh, that's a big time shot.
That's a great play. They ran that play to get that shot.
And that shot might just have knocked Greece out of the tournament. Well, look, the Montenegrins are all low-fiving and high-fiving over there. And Skrela buries it. Another look at that. Well, 64-58. Still a long way to go with 103. A lot of basketball to play.
France are just looking at the free throw stats as well. You know, Belarus need to score, possibly foul now. Depends on maybe whether it's a 2 or a 3. I say you hit a 3, you don't foul. You hit a 2, you might think about fouling. France have shot it okay, 8 of 13.
Gruda's 2 of 5 at the line, so she's had her troubles tonight.
Traditionally, she's a pretty good free throw shooter, though, I think.
Одна остаешься, забиваешь. Если или раскидываешь назад. Беларусь.
So Belarus need to win to avoid finishing 4th, to instead finish 2nd. France also need to win to finish 2nd. There you see the 3-point shooting. 4 to fall for Belarus. 6 to fall for France. France shooting 46% inside the arc, and Belarus 36%. Well, she's just going to launch it. And that's the strategy. And now France can perhaps take some time off the clock, which they usually do anyway. Dumerk drives in, puts up a tough shot.
Go quick, give it to Harding, get out our way.
France will not want them to take a 3, but the clock is the enemy. Shank is just going to drive in, and this is going to turn it over. So France have done enough, it appears. They're up 64-58, unless something happens here with a turnover. And they are going to finish second in the group, behind Turkey. And heartbreak for Greece, who, despite winning 4 games, are not going to be going to the quarterfinals. And Montenegro, meanwhile, will be celebrating. They've got some work to do themselves. But that's how it finishes, 64-58. France beat Belarus. Belarus will, they'll end up playing Spain most likely.
Well, depending on results tomorrow, yeah.
Yep, depending on the results. And look at France. Time to celebrate for Le Bleu.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming today or Friday or Wednesday. We wish you a very good
Belarus was just out of sync early on. Much of that owed to the French defense. And they fell behind by 16 points. France out rebounding Belarus by 12. 18 assists. And I think as you look at the rest of the stats, obviously Belarus now look like big outsiders in this tournament. They haven't won a game in the group phase second round. Shanka almost a double-double. There was a double-double for Yakubu. And really, on the other hand, France, you know, you said it. I mean, if they play as well as they can beat anybody. But I'm not sure how convincing they were tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Still question marks. It's always France question mark every time. You know, in Group A, it was very much the same. They'd put together a half, and you would say, wow, you know, this team is untouchable. No one's going to get near them. And then the next night, they'd come out and really struggle against the team they should win easily. And here today, you know, you look at the way Belarus have been forced to play by France, and you say, you know, that's it. France will win the game easy, and yet still very much an opportunity for Belarus. They had two good looks at three that would have changed the game had they hit either of those in the final minute.
So the final score, once again, 64-58. France beat Belarus, so they finished second, and Belarus finished fourth. Turkey were winners of the group earlier in the day, and Montenegro will finish third, despite falling to a pretty heavy defeat to Greece. And bad luck to Greece. They bowed out of the tournament. They went out fighting, and they ended up going out because of the loss that they had to Belarus back in Group B. So thanks for watching, everybody. Be sure to watch Group F tomorrow.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Nous sommes avec Isabelle Yacoubou. Ça a été une victoire finalement dans la douleur, même si vous avez mené tout le match, Isa.
Oui, on savait que ce match était important pour nous, non seulement pour aller en quart un peu plus serein, mais surtout jouer un joli basket avec beaucoup de défense, de l'application en attaque face à une équipe qui est vigoureuse et dont on connaît les qualités d'adresse. Et encore ce soir, elles ne nous font pas mentir.
On a l'impression que quand l'équipe manque de rythme, perd le rythme du match, elle joue avec la peur.
Oui, parce qu'on a une identité qui est basée sur la défense et la course, la relance, impacter les gens dans la transition et dans les contre-attaques. Et c'est vrai que quand on est un peu statique, ben, on est un peu en difficulté, hein, c'est vrai. Mais après ce soir, c'est bien ce qu'on fait parce qu'on reste quand même solide, notamment en défense, dans les dernières minutes, ce qui leur enlève les deuxièmes chances, j'ai envie de dire, en attaque.
Personnellement, un gros match qui vous lance bien dans ce championnat d'Europe, un double-double ce soir. Vous êtes une joueuse importante et là, vous avez prouvé toute l'importance justement de votre rôle en équipe de France.
Non, c'est vrai que j'étais quand même assez frustrée depuis le début, même si encore et toujours, je dis c'est l'équipe qui passe avant tout. Mais à un moment donné, on a des individualités qui sont appelées pour rendre service. Et plus on est au niveau, j'ai envie de dire, mais plus on apporte à l'équipe. Donc quelque part, il faut être soi-même à 100%. Donc ce soir, je retrouve des sensations, je suis contente parce que c'est ça moi aussi. J'ai besoin, ben oui, je vais louper un panier dessous, mais ça fait partie de moi aussi. J'ai besoin de retrouver cette énergie-là et je suis plutôt contente pour ça ce soir.
Maintenant, les quarts de finale, le match le plus important, toujours.
Ben oui, c'est le match de la mort, donc on va essayer de se reposer. On a 2-3